What's up, y'all? It's the girl, Stacey the Intuitive. So we got a new angle. Let me know what y'all think. But I have a message for you guys today, and it's kind of along the lines of just giving you some understanding that when you're going through things on your journey, when you're experiencing parts of your journey that don't make sense, maybe you're dealing with people and the situation feels hard, maybe you are in a circumstance that doesn't feel good, maybe you're catastrophizing and you feel like you're expecting the worst, whatever you feel in that moment, I need you to take a pause and I need you to consider all the work that you've done. Consider your actual positioning in this whole thing. Consider your positioning in terms of the bigger picture. What are you actually going towards? What are you being led towards? What have you and God been working towards? What have you and the universe been working towards? What have been your long-term intentions, okay? It's so easy to get caught up in the immediate or external circumstances that are happening. And the most important thing for you to do is remember those intentions that you've set. God heard you, okay? God heard the intentions that you set weeks ago, months ago, years ago, right? God heard you when you felt worried about this. God heard you when you were doubting this, whatever have you. So whenever you find yourself in a circumstance and you're going through that phase of uncertainty where you're feeling fogged and you don't know what's going to happen, I need you to remember the intentions that you've set. I need you to have faith that either way, you are going to get to the other side of where you've been hoping to get. I need you to have faith that on the other side of this is your blessing. I need you to have faith that that blessing still exists, because one of the biggest problems that we have is falling into this pattern of lack where we feel that our blessing no longer exists just because something is happening on the external or whatever have you. But that's honestly when that happens, when we get to those points where we start to worry about everything and like we feel like our whole lives will come crashing down and things like that. It's in those moments that we need to remember ourselves, that we need to reattune and realign to ourselves, because those dreams and those visions and things and those desires that we have that emerge from a true place of self, that we pray for, that we try to align to, that we try to work towards, the versions of ourselves that we want to be and things like that, those versions of us exist as kind of like an essential part of us, right? When we are walking our path and we are trying to align to our true authenticity, it's because we are aligning to ourselves. So when you experience those tower moments or things that come in that kind of like shake your vision, shake your worldview, shake things up around you, it's so important to remember who you are and what the overall intentions for you are. I want to give an example of this just so you can have a little bit of understanding. Let's give an example for in terms of your love life, because I just feel like that's very general. So let's say that you get into a fight with your partner or something like that, and you're just like, oh my gosh, I'm so unsure. I'm not sure how to feel, whatever. What are your intentions? That's what I need you to think about, because a lot of the time we let external things take control of our intentions and what's happening and what's unfolding for us, and we forget that independent place to be, where we know ourselves, where the journey is for us, where we have intentions with God, just us, right? Where are you supposed to be? Where are you? Where have you positioned yourself based on your past actions? Now, be real. If you positioned yourself unwell, then you positioned yourself unwell, and now you need to figure out how you're going to position yourself better. But if you've been showing up for yourself, showing up for others, doing your best to make the right choices, doing your best to align to the highest version of yourself, then whenever you have a little bit of like catastrophe, whenever you have a little bit of chaos, a little bit of shakeup in your life, it is really not a reason for you to go and think that everything is lost. And this is coming from the master of doing that, right? Like, I am a catastrophizer through and through. But I am learning here that every single time that I go to that space of like forgetting the bigger picture, forgetting the intentions that I've set with God, I realize that it's just because I'm far away from myself, because I'm far away from God. And then when I find myself in those moments, it's not about God, showing what the result of faith is. It's not my faith that pushes things forward. It then becomes, I've lost faith. Now me and God have to go through another cycle of what it means to have faith. And that's what we got to focus on. Then we probably got to go around the merry-go again for me to have a moment where I can possibly attune to faith. It's a round and around cycle. So what I'm really getting at to you guys here is that it is so important for you to have faith on your journey, for you to have faith in yourself and your intentions in God, right? Like, the things that you're experiencing are not for no reason, and You know, I know that we like to believe that we understand how things should unfold, but a lot of the time we don't. And a lot of the time, the towers that we go through are meant to trigger us in the exact ways. And sometimes the triggering is more important in the moment than the manifestation. So if you need to get into a fight with your partner in order for you to have this moment, this realization of self-love, then do that. Right? Then let that be and know that that is bringing you towards the most amazing love that you could have ever asked for, in whatever way it's going to do that, whether it's with your partner, with someone else. I don't know, it's depending on your circumstances. It's not just about love. It could be in terms of work as well, or friends or family, whatever. It applies where it applies for you. But if you find yourself in that space and things come up, you cannot lose the faith, guys, because the faith is going to get you to the other side. It's these delays. We can cause delays and delays and delays for ourselves if we want. God doesn't mind. God will let us delay, because God is like, I just want you to get the lesson, honey. I have all the time. God is not in a deficit of time, and God is not, like we are, in the sense that we oftentimes have a lack of mindsets about time. So you can't impose that upon God. You can't impose that upon the universal workings, right? So the best thing you can do is try to align to your faith, remember your vision, remember the bigger picture, and start attuning your mind to how this is getting you there. Start remembering what your intentions were, what you wanted to feel. Remember that that's possible. Remember that that can come through for you. And I promise you, like clockwork, you will find your way, okay? But the faith has to be real. It has to be real. And the reason that I say I promise you is because I have real faith now, I feel. And it's in learning this faith and gaining this faith that I see this come true all the time. This is a co-creative path, right? But we do have to do our part. So when you don't co-create with God, with the universe, whatever you believe, you will find that a lot of the time you are getting caught up in the circumstances itself, and you are taking away from the bigger picture that you're so desperately trying to get towards. How crazy is that, right? So I hope this message resonated for someone. I hope you guys like this angle. Let me know your thoughts, and we are going to continue talking about these things and getting deeper. So make sure that you follow, comment, and let me know what's up with you. I'll see you next time. Bye.